Good morning class. Today we will continue chapter 4 in History Tribals, Dikus and the Vision of a Golden Age. Today in this chapter we will discuss forest laws which is made by Britishers for Indian forest and what were the impact of forest laws on tribals groups. Clear? Today my first point is forest laws and their impact. The life of tribal groups was directly connected to the forest. So changes in forest law had a considerable effect on tribal lives. The British extended their control over all forest and declared that forests were state property. Clear? Student, please understand, when Britishers enter in India, they control our forest and declare forest is government property, state property. Some forests were classified as reserved forest for they produce timber which the British wanted. In this forest, people were not allowed to move freely, practice jhum cultivation, collected fruits or hunt animal. Children, please understand, in reserved forest, people were not allowed to move freely and ban jhum cultivation, collected fruits or hunt animal. How were Zoom cultivated to survive in such a situation? Children, please understand, it is a question. If Britishers banned to enter tribal people in reserved forest and they were not collect fruits, hunt animals and Zoom cultivation, how they survive? Many were therefore forced to move to other area in search of work and livelihood. But once the British stopped the tribal people for living inside forest, they faced a problem. For where would the forest department get its laborers to cut trees for railway sleepers and to support logs? Clear? Children, please understand, colonial official came up with a solution. They decided that they would give jhum cultivators small patches of land in the forest and allow them to cultivate these on the condition that those who lived in the villages would have to provide labor to the forest department and look after this forest. So, in many regions, the forest department established forest villages to ensure a regular supply of cheap labor. Hopefully, you all understand. Britishers in India make a forest law, and what were the impact of forest law on tribal groups in India? Children, see this slide. It is about various rebellions started by tribal groups in various parts of India against forest law and British officials. For example, the Kolas rebelled in 1831 to 32 against Britishers. Santhalas rose in revolt in 1855 against forest law. The Bastar rebellion in central India broke out in 1910. Worli revolt in Maharashtra on 1940. So these all are the example of rebellion which were started by tribal groups against Britishers. Children, see this picture. It was a picture of Birsa Munda. He was a historical hero. He belongs to Munda tribe or tribal group, and he started the struggle against British government and he totally against forest law. Clear? Birsa was born in the mid 1870. The son of the poor father, he grew up around the forest of Mohandas, grazing ships, playing the flute and the dancing in the local akhara. Forced by the poverty, his father had to move from place to place looking for work. Clear? They talk of a golden age when the Mundas had been free of the oppression of Dikus. In the 1895, Birsa urged his followers to recover their glorious past. He talked about golden age in the past as Satyug, the age of truth. So Birsa called past age Satyug. When Mundas lived a good life in past, they survived very well. Constructed embankments, tapped natural springs, planted trees and orchard, practiced cultivation to earn their living. They did not kill their brethren and relatives. They lived honestly. Birsa also wanted people to once again work on their land, settle down, and cultivate their fields. As the movement spread, the British official decided to act. They arrested Birsa in 1895, convicted him on a charges of rioting, and jailed him for 2 years. In 1900, Birsa died of cholera and movement faded out. Hopefully, you understand. Now, this chapter is closed.